Lying to a Libra is like taking a hammer to an antique mirror. You might be able to glue the pieces back together, but the reflection will never look the same again. To the naked eye, they appear sweet, calm, and infinitely understanding. But beneath that serene surface lives a mind that analyzes everything and a heart that feels everything. A Libra might forgive you. Yes, they are capable of great grace, but they will never forget the specific sensation of being deceived. For them, a lie isn't just a mistake. It is a fracture in the soul. It is a shadow that disrupts their perfect world of balance. And here is the most dangerous part. When a Libra catches you in a lie, they won't scream. They won't make a scene. They won't plot a loud revenge. They will simply observe, they will go silent, and they will write down every single detail in their emotional archive. Their justice isn't noisy, it is poetic. If you lie to them, you might think you got away with it. But in reality, the Libra has already figured you out. And in their silence, they have already begun to say goodbye. If this is your first time on the channel, I invite you to subscribe and like the video. Your support helps us continue decoding the Zodiac. Let's begin. Number 1. Because their intuition is almost supernatural. Libra might seem distracted, dreamy, or focused on aesthetics, but their mind perceives things that others miss entirely. They are experts at reading energy, subtle shifts in tone, and micro-expressions. They don't need a confession or hard evidence, they just feel it. When something doesn't add up, their internal scales tip. Even if they don't say a word, their intuition has already handed them the truth. Lying to a Libra is a fatal error because they won't just discover the lie, they will understand why you did it. And often, the intention hurts them more than the lie itself. They perceive the distance you created. Trying to hide the truth from a sign ruled by balance is like trying to hide the sun with your thumb. It's impossible. Number 2, because they value truth more than perfection. For a Libra, truth possesses a beauty that no mask can ever match. This sign is ruled by Venus, the planet of love and harmony, which means their soul vibrates with authenticity. They aren't looking for a perfect partner. They are looking for a coherent one. They don't want to hear white lies or empty promises wrapped in pretty words. They would prefer a painful confession over a story make-up-ed to protect their feelings. Libra believes that the truth, even when it cuts, purifies. They believe that real connections can only be built on honesty. When you lie to them, something inside them snaps. It's not just trust, it's the spiritual connection. It is as if the invisible thread tying your souls together breaks in silence, leaving a wound that, no matter how much time passes, never truly closes. When they catch a lie, they don't get angry immediately. First, they feel a void, a mix of sadness and disappointment. They wonder why they didn't see the signs, or if their faith in people is a weakness. But then they realize the fault wasn't their trust. It was your inability to value their sincerity. To a Libra, a lie is a stain on the soul. And once they see that stain, they can never look at you the same way again. Number 3, because their mind analyzes every detail. Libra is an air sign. This means they are intellectual, logical, and observant. They connect the dots. Every word you said, every gesture you made, every silence you held, it all has meaning. While they seem relaxed, they are decoding everything happening around them. Their mind is a scale in constant motion, weighing the evidence. If something feels off, Libra will not let it go. They will replay the scenario in their head until they find what you are hiding. And when they find it, they won't confront you right away. They will wait. They will watch you. They will let you keep talking until you trap yourself in your own web. Lying to a Libra is like trying to trick the most elegant judge in the Zodiac, one who doesn't need to speak to deliver a verdict. Number 4, because their disappointment is silent but lethal. Libra doesn't need to raise their voice to show they are broken. Their silence speaks louder than any scream, and their emotional distance weighs more than any argument. When a Libra is disappointed, they don't seek drama, they seek clarity. They withdraw slowly, fading into the background like a ghost. Even if their face remains calm, a storm of thoughts is raging inside. What hurts a Libra most isn't the lie itself, but the rupture of the bond they built with such care. They give their faith drop by drop, and when that is betrayed, the impact is devastating. They won't cry in front of you, but you will notice the shift. It's elegant, but it's cold. They will look at you with the same sweetness, but the light behind their eyes will be gone. They will speak to you kindly, but the words will lack warmth. That subtle shift is their way of telling you that something between you has died. When Libra goes quiet, it's not because they have nothing to say, it's because they have decided you are no longer worth their energy. Number 5, because they forgive, but they never forget. Libra has a noble soul. They are capable of forgiveness because they crave peace, but their mind is an archive that stores everything, especially betrayal. They won't bring it up in every conversation, but it will always be there, sitting in the background. It becomes an invisible border that keeps you at a distance. You might think things are back to normal, but the Libra has changed. They are no longer as open, no longer as vulnerable. They forgive you out of love or a need for equilibrium, but they will never forget the moment you made them lose their faith in you. Deep down, that memory is their lesson and your sentence. Number 6, because they love with purity. When a Libra loves, they do so with a naked soul. They don't calculate, they don't measure, and they don't pretend. Their love is soft, serene, but immense. Libra doesn't love out of need. They love out of spiritual connection. They include you in their universe, their dreams, and their decisions. So, lying to a Libra is like betraying something sacred. You aren't just hurting their feelings. You are corrupting the purity with which they offered you their heart. When trust breaks, their love turns into nostalgia. They still feel for you, but they can't experience you the same way. They stop being all in. They believe in reciprocity, in honest bonds. When they are deceived, they feel disoriented. They ask themselves, how could they lie to me when I offered them absolute transparency? Their sadness isn't a flood of tears. It's a melancholic calm, a sad smile. Mentally, they start to pack their bags, because a Libra knows that once love is stained by a lie, it can never be pure again. Number 7, because they cannot stand hypocrisy. Libra has a built-in radar for fakeness. Their essence is ruled by harmony, and hypocrisy is the enemy of harmony. They are repulsed by people who manipulate or wear masks to get ahead. If they discover you lied just to keep up appearances, their disappointment will be immediate and final. You cannot maintain a facade with a Libra. If you try, you will eventually see them drift away without even saying goodbye. Not because they hate you, but because they need to breathe fresh air. Falseness suffocates them. They would rather be alone than share space with someone who doesn't know how to be real. Number 8, because lying destroys their emotional balance. Libra spends their life searching for equilibrium. A lie is a chaotic force that shatters that inner order. It fills them with doubt. They start questioning everything. Was I naive? Should I have known? Is this my fault? Their mind fills with noise. Even if they try to appear strong, the lie makes them feel uncentered, insecure, and vulnerable. It knocks their internal scales off kilter, and they struggle to find the center point again. This imbalance affects them deeply. Even if they forgive you, the anxiety of when will they lie again remains. Number 9, because their justice always prevails. Libra believes in universal justice. They don't need to slash your tires or ruin your reputation. They trust that the universe balances everything eventually. If you lie to them, don't expect them to chase you. They will simply step aside with dignity and let life hand you exactly what you deserve. And the funny thing is, with Libra, the justice usually arrives. Sooner or later the truth comes out and the masks fall off. Meanwhile, Libra watches from a distance, calm, knowing that the scales will rebalance. Their greatest revenge is their peace. Number 10, because losing their trust is losing their essence. When a Libra trusts you, they give you the VIP key to their soul. They show you their vulnerability, their calm, their tenderness, but once you lie, that door closes softly and the lock clicks shut. You might still be in their life, but you are no longer in their world. The loss is silent, but devastating. Libra doesn't withdraw their affection all at once. They do it by degrees until one day you wake up and realize you are just an acquaintance to them. You have lost their light. Lying to a Libra is underestimating the sharpest mind and the fairest heart in the Zodiac. They won't destroy you. They won't humiliate you. They will simply leave, creating a void that screams louder than any word ever could. Libra doesn't seek revenge. They seek balance. But when you break that balance, you learn the hard way what it means to lose something you should have protected. So, the next time you look into the eyes of a Libra, remember, you are not just seeing your reflection, you are seeing your truth. Protect it. Because once a Libra stops believing in you, there is no return ticket. And you? Have you ever lied to a Libra and watched the light leave their eyes? Tell me your story in the comments. Every story with a Libra leaves a lesson that marks the soul. If a Libra ever forgave you, consider yourself lucky. But if you lost them, you know that their silence weighs more than 1,000 words. Let me know. Do you think Libra truly forgives? Or do they just learn to forget you?